Hi guys, hello and welcome to the Project Spark Seahawks themed developer live stream. My name is Mike Lesko. I'm the community manager on Project Spark, and I'm here with a couple of other Seahawk fans.
The Seahawk theme for today is talking about other things we feel are mediocre.
No, and what's your name and what do you do?
Sure. Henry Turchi, creative director on Project Spark.
Rob Borschke, I'm a senior designer on Project Spark.
I'm currently note taker and board writing manager here in the corner.
And over the weekend, Henry was actually the a junior social media coordinator.
Junior.
Junior.
I actually had the community help me out on a couple of posts.
Junior assistant.
I appreciated that.
Social media manager, doing some great work. It was great to see. It's great to see because it meant it wasn't
me. Of course, the days you're out, the Fable news hits, and you missed a almost server maintenance, an actual server maintenance, and then a surprise server drop. But other than that, it was smooth sailing.
Smooth sailing, yeah. Well, that's great. I'm glad you get to see the experience the the total community management experience there. Especially given that I wrote you a nice document that predicted everything that would happen.
Document? That was like a tale of two cities. I wasn't reading that.
See, but if you had read it, you would have said things like, "Oh my God, don't believe it. They're not going to do the server maintenance. Don't wait till it's down." And you're like, you ignored it and you did it.
All right, I can't find your list.
All right. Okay. So, anyways, guys, sorry I lost chat. Today we're going to talk a little bit, give you a little bit of an update on the Xbox One beta. I think we're going to talk about a feature, but I can't remember what feature we could talk about.
I don't know.
And we're going to also take a look at some UGC, see what we can find, and maybe set some expectations on what we have going forward, what we're looking to do, and other things of that nature. And if I can ever get chat, we'll also kind of figure out what you guys have for burning issues and what's going on.
We continue to have that audio delay.
Of?
It sounds like audio is not synced at all.
Audio's not synced at all?
And the broadcast.
The game or the video? Well, I guess you can't even see the game. Hold on.
Yeah, why do I want to look it up?
I don't know. It just seems the right way to start the stream. All right, so how's that? Is the game audio and the other audio synced?
Whatever you want.
I know, I blame those Age of Empire guys. They're always doing all kinds of crazy stuff in here. Sometimes we find, like, like little things just lying around, like these things.
Yeah, what are those?
Nerf, I think screw up our camera. I think there was some bones or something. I don't know if there's some sort of pagan ritual they did in here, or...
There's some weird etchings, too. When I came in, there was mumbling noises the other day.
Yeah, so there's definitely lots of odd stuff going on here. So, don't know what to tell you guys. It's pretty weird. But, okay, so Xbox One is probably the biggest question that people have. We don't really have any earth-shattering news. I mean, it's pretty much the same as what we've been doing. We're looking at, the official plan here is February. Nothing's changed there. That's the date that we're aiming towards. And the team's working really hard. We got folks here. They're not, we're not cracking any whips or anything, but I know a lot of the folks are working late. People are here later. Last night they had KFC.
Yeah,
which was
a lot of KFC.
It was a ton of KFC, too.
It really was, yes.
So, there's a lot of food here. There's a lot of people working hard and staying late and stuff. Oh, hey, there's chat. And that's good. So, we're still working hard and driving towards the official date of February. But I got to be honest with you guys, and I think this is fair, right? February. Does any given year, does anybody know how many days February has? Rob, I mean, really, right? Is it 27? Is it 28, 29?
Well, the good news
30?
is this year's a quad leap year.
So, quad leap year.
Right. So
that would mean that we would it'd be what, 31 days?
37.
37? See, I think it perfectly proves my point. Nobody knows how many days February has, right? So whatever people try to tell you, don't buy it, right? 27, 20, no. It's undecided. There's no, what was the term? There's no controlling legal authority on how many days February has. So I'm just saying that we're feeling pretty good that we're going to hit February. But I'm just saying, don't be fooled, don't be tricked into thinking that there's some specific number of days in February. So Is that clear? You guys kind of picking up what we're putting down there? But yeah, Sax has started tweeting. I guess has he started tweeting some ZBR?
He has. I think he's done two accounts.
God, what's he been doing? Has he got any other stuff going on? I mean,
he just like lowers the book count in the tweets. This way.
oh, and then the team has to actually actually try to fix that many. Do you guys? Does everybody familiar with what we mean by ZBR? Anybody have any questions on that? Basically, it means zero bug. Is it regressions or regression or
Zero bug release? I think it is.
zero bug release?
Yeah. So the idea is it's at 0 bugs, and then from there it's just the stuff you have to fix. But you got to 0.
Right. So and I think the way they measure it.
More after
Right.
that.
I think the way they measure it is like it's the number of bugs that have been open for 24 hours, right? Because when you're fixing bugs, you're always going to get a lot of other bugs that you're going to see and pop up and do that. So ZBR is a good way of measuring, like, okay, are we making progress towards getting to a certification candidate? And yes, it also does stand for zombie bull riding.
I actually like that better.
In fact,
It feels a lot like zombie bull riding.
It really does, right?
Yeah,
when you think about it, it has a lot in common with
It's like
zombie
you
bull
think
riding.
you stayed on, but then it comes back and like.
Yeah. You think you finally beaten it, but no, it's still there, and you never know where it's going to go or who's going to get trampled.
Certification. It's just like a horde of zombies came at you.
Yeah. So ZBR 24 hours. Like how many bugs 24 hours? So if something comes up and we fix it that day, it's fine. And then when that gets down to 0, it still means there's bugs. There's still going to be a few days of bugs that are cropping up, and we're fixing them right away. We're close. And then after that, we go into cert. We go through the cert process, and then bam, we're out. And it sounds really easy, doesn't it? But it's it's one of those things. Certification is always kind of one of those tough things. You never know. You want to get everything good. You think you got everything right, but there's rules, and those rules are there for a reason. And we got to make sure we follow them. So, anyways, so we're looking pretty good to meet the to make it within the date, the commonly or the actual definition of February, which is some number of days that is more than 27. It would be funny if we actually make it out and we had to do all this stuff for no reason.
True.
Hi, Courtney. How you doing? Sir Green Day, it was your birthday yesterday. Now what? You talking about your job? Yeah, what? Sir Green, is he like friends with you, Rob? Because he gets all kinds of shout-outs on the stream all the time. Is he Henry's cousin?
No comments.
No, I don't know.
Oh, all right. I think we found that out.
The entire chat is just family members.
Yeah.
It is kind of true. What ZBR are we at right now? Oh, hold on. Somebody pull up Twitch and tell me what Zach said.
Oh, Twitter?
Twitter.
What was the last thing he said? I think he said 400, but we're lower than that now.
Yeah.
A lot of times, like I go to Twitter to get updates on where the project stands, and it's pretty good. So, pretty good stuff there.
Yeah, last night we were under 400.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. So, reliably informed by Rob, the friend of Sir Green Day and Courtney, that it is that we're under 400 with ZBR. And hey, sure, do some math, guys. Figure out what when you think, make a little prediction starting off school on what day it'll come in. And we'll see if we make it. The team's working really hard to try to get there, and I don't know what you. What are you doing? This is
This is in honor of the Seahawks.
This
is the spinny goalpost.
This is like what
These are the Broncos offensive players spinning in circles.
That's right.
Everybody see the Super Bowl? No, you don't care. I didn't see any Super. Were there any Super Bowl themed levels other than what
No.
Average Recon made?
I had like a quarterback club like toss throwing game in alpha, and then it went to beta and it broke. So
Yeah, I
have
think
some out there too.
Henry. What was those on your burgers you ate at lunch today? Were those mushrooms? Because
This is all Rob's idea.
Oh.
This is partially my idea.
Game sound is loud or not loud at all? You want us to turn it up?
I'm making stuff here.
So yes, and I got to tell you, it was seriously like around here in this area. The Super Bowl was pretty big for Seahawks folks. It was very, very, very odd to just see. It's like a pretty momentous thing for everybody in Seattle. And a lot of people were out yesterday. Not me though. I had to work. I couldn't be afforded to take time off to go to a parade.
Yeah, that's right.
You know.
Is that where you were?
Yeah. I wanted to go to the parade. Actually, I didn't. I was really tired from having to yell Seahawks all the time.
Right.
Where were you?
I was here.
Yeah, where were you, Rob?
Probably making bugs. That's the way I roll.
I was fixing bugs yesterday.
He was, actually. It's true.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, good for Rob. Any other questions before we start getting other stuff? So, what new feature can we talk about since we posted about it on Twitter and then I don't know.
I don't know. It works with. Oh, here we go. This is a big one. Okay, it's not. But here's something.
I'll make it sound
the
big.
Xbox One button icons are now in the UI for the Xbox One version.
The Xbox One buttons are now in the UI. Actually, no. So let's talk about this because that really was not. Earlier today, I was out there and Henry said, "Hey, come by. I want to see something awesome." And he had the game up, playing it on Xbox One. He was making a U-shaped hill. He was doing the demo, and I don't know why. I don't know.
Great.
It looked so
really
awesome, and I don't know if psychologically, I just know that it's on the Xbox One. It felt like it was better, or it was the monitor. It just looked so cool, guys. And I was like, oh my god, we got to show this. So maybe we can show it next Thursday if you want to see it. We can do it. It's just tough to switch between the two, so we probably wouldn't be able to do any UGC review on that stream. But I'd love to show off the game playing on the Xbox One, let you guys know that this isn't just some whole crazy, moon landing, event that we're faking and doing all that stuff. But it looks really, really cool, and it kind of is really kind of coming together. At least for me, I looked at it and I'm like, wow,
Whoa.
People are gonna get crazy. What are you doing?
You're growing at 25% every frame.
Yep. I wanted something big to happen.
Well, something big happened.
Something big happened. Holy cow. All right. So, anyways. Thanks for that, Henry. So one thing, we have a lot of... No, this is kind of important. This is another thing I want to talk about.
Bandwagon. They called it. See, we have to look out.
We're going to look out? We're going to get hit by a bandwagon?
That's right.
Dude, I almost got hit by so many cars and trucks in New York, man. It was
I feel horrible for you.
It was pretty dicey.
Rob and I almost got hit by bugs.
Yeah. It was really rough.
Yeah, it was.
So we have a lot of stuff coming up, a lot of events that coming up for that Project Spark will be at. One of the big ones, obviously, PAX East. We're hoping to have a good presence there, and that's really a big community-focused event. But we have other things like GDC, and I think we might be doing something at South by Southwest. There's a lot of different things we're doing. We're going to have Project Spark and showing it off to people,
and we'll be able to talk about some of the new stuff then, and hopefully pretty soon after the Xbox One beta releases, we'll be able to show some multiplayer, and then everybody wants an update on things like voxel limits and level linking and in-game saving and UGC saving and stuff like that. So hopefully right after we'll be able to have a bunch of updates on that.
That's a pretty good list, man. I can't remember all that at once.
It's stuff that I can't.
What about more characters and animals? This is the big thing I hear.
So the troll list is coming somewhere eventually. And
days, weeks, months, years?
Weeks,
one of those,
I guess. Yeah, weeks probably. So
okay.
Yeah, and then if people really want like an animal pack or an enemy pack, like we're totally open to that.
Well, I'm telling you, that's what everybody talks about. They want new things that they can put in and do stuff. So, are you throwing potions of growth or something?
Yes.
Really? You've made potions of growth and you're just getting things with it.
Uh-huh.
Put down a goblin. I want to see if it works on him.
Yeah.
Anyways, talking about events, and I'm just kind of somewhat going off script, but I feel, right, that if anyone from Team Dakota is demoing Project Spark anywhere that you guys are at, any public event, I think you should go up, any of you folks. I feel like you guys can demo our game as good, if not much better than any of us, and I would challenge you to go up, tap whoever on Team Dakota is there, introduce yourself, and then say, hey, if you want to take a break, let me jump in and do that. I think you guys can show our game off better. I think other people learning the game, they're going to see you guys either showing what you created or showing what you can create. I think it's an awesome idea. I think it just totally speaks to everything we're doing.
Oh, I killed him.
You know, it was funny, like, randomly there's all these people in Times Square, and there's some Broncos fans, and mostly Seahawks fans, and a lot of disgruntled guys in Jets jersey. I don't know what those were about. And then, like, everybody's chanting all this stuff, and then randomly we just hear one guy yell, "Tom Brady sucks!" And I'm like, wait, what? That's just such a non sequitur. So, yeah. So, I know Raul is going to be at GDC. So, if anybody, like, get in touch with me. If anybody is going to be, either they're in the San Francisco area or they're going to be at GDC. I know Raul and a few other folks are going to be down there. Seriously, you guys sell our game better than we can. So anybody who wants to do that and get in, we could probably get you guys some passes if you're already in the area for that stuff. We might be able to do that for PAX East too. Let us know. Like Jesse did that at Gamescom, right? Yeah, it's not working. Look at that. Oh, there it is.
I gotta hit him.
Well, I can't.
Well, the problem is, see, I'm saying throw it at nearest, and then when I throw a potion, it actually throws it at me.
He throws like
so.
He throws like
yeah, Tom Brady.
I was gonna say Peyton Manning, but I didn't want to jump on that. So, anyways, let us know. We'd love to have you guys demo some stuff for us and do that. And oh yeah, at Gamescom. So Jesse and a bunch of other folks were there, and we had a group of folks. I think there were a group of guys from Germany that were there, and they had never seen Project Spark before, and they were just totally into it. They didn't go anywhere else, and so all day they hung around playing it. And then at the end of the night, the whole team, everybody's still there. The rest of Gamescom is closed. Everybody's staying after hours. There's just security walking around trying to get everybody out of there. And folks from our team and some of these community folks were just creating away, just having a blast. And then for the next few days, these community guys just started demoing. We just let them have a kiosk, and they did the demo for all these folks. And we're like, hey, we're super busy, great. And you know, and I think that just says a lot. And so please let me know. We'd love to have you guys. If you're there, you want to get a chance to do it, you know, we'll make that happen. Let's see.
There you go, Mike.
Nice. Man, when are you even typing this stuff in? I'm not even seeing.
Oh, multiple times. Well, you weren't seeing.
I don't know what we do for that. So, Aris, I put in the question to see if we can get a commitment on badges, and I should know this week. If we can, then you know we can get you guys. Anybody that's gonna be in Boston for PAX East and is interested in coming in and helping out, and maybe we'll set up a specific kiosk. Maybe we'll live stream the community channel. We could see about getting you guys exhibitor passes. We probably wouldn't have. It almost never happens, right? With anybody, you have enough for everyone. So you end up doing this crazy swap thing off, which probably isn't even supposed to be done.
I've never done
Henry's
that.
never done anything like
and
that.
Rob has never been someone else.
I've never been someone else.
But no, I mean seriously, we want to do that. We just think you guys can do this as good, if not better than us, and it's kind of what we're all about. So yeah, the question from Steve, the creator, is that you know, if you have a key, that key will work on Windows 8. You could use it right now, or you can wait. You can use that on Xbox One, or if you activate it on either of those, your gamer tag will work on both platforms. So it's pretty good. Everything's going to be pretty nice. I don't think there's any conventions in Arizona. In UK, there used to be, what was that one in UK, the old school one? It really died out. There's one in UK that they used to have.
The UK?
The UK conference. I can't remember the name of it.
I don't know.
Yeah, there was some. I went a couple years, and then it wasn't that good. Anyway, and I don't know. Like we have PAX West or PAX Main. What do they call it? Is it
PAX
Main?
East.
No, like after that.
PAX Prime.
PAX Prime.
PAX Prime.
And then there's PAX Australia at some point.
Oh, Australia. Oh, there was a lot of Australian Broncos fans. I don't know what that meant, but it meant a lot. And then we go to PAX Prime, which is coming up in end of August, early September next year. That's right down the office for us. So, you know, if anybody's thinking of a trip at some point in the future, it's a little far ahead. We don't know what we're doing, but we could probably do something cool.
Yeah.
If the game's popular and, you know, a lot of folks are coming, it might be something to keep in mind. Maybe we could do something really neat and have some kind of spark-related event, or, you know, something along the lines of what I'm always trying to do, get you guys to do all of my work. So, demo the game,
Is
do
that
whatever. Probably
what
get you guys
happened?
coding. Yeah, I see. And Henry, he's so close to the community. I actually got him to do my work.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he
it's
did.
you know it's really good. I don't. What's RTX? What's RTX?
These two certification.
So what else do we have other than UGC?
That's about it.
Yeah, Raul was talking about the GDC in San Francisco, right? Raul, I think. But let us know if anybody's going to be there. That's coming up fairly soon. You know, I'll get you in touch with Raul, and you guys can figure out what we can do. And well, you know, Paradox, I am from Boston, so I'm sure I could find you guys some, you know, shady South End, you know, Southy places to flop. I don't know if you'd want to do that, but Rooster
Probably
Teeth
not.
Expo. Yeah, I don't know about that one. So what Endless wants to know, Henry and Rob, is are we getting better feedback about the game? Not good enough feedback? Are you guys impressed, or did we expect? Yeah, are you impressed by all the love, or do you expect PS to be bigger? Yes and yes.
Yeah.
We
That's
expect
true.
it, and you know, I mean, it's one of those things that we like Cliffy B when he tweeted us last week, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, this game needs more," you know. At the end of the day, as long as you guys create awesome stuff, it's like Project Spark is going to get out there. People are going to know about it. So we're focusing on the right stuff, like get you guys in the game, have you creating what the amazing things you are. That's going to be the path to victory no matter what. Like, we'll get there. Nobody's going to be able to keep it a secret. Would we like to be bigger? Yeah, we want to get more people in, right? We want as many folks creating as possible, because that's where we're going to start seeing some of the great stuff. And you know, we see, you know, Mr. X Bob and Average Recon, and you know the great stuff that they're creating.
Yes,
and
I forgot to
a
mention.
lot of the other stuff
By
folks
exploring,
are
playing, and
pulling
creating,
together.
you'll
We don't
learn
know who the
energy
next
that will
great
grow your
kind of
powers.
Project Spark creator
So
is going to
don't
be.
just see.
So,
Do.
you know, Raul would tell me to tell you guys to invite all your friends and family and everything else. Is Raul still watching? He's gonna be yell at me afterwards. But yeah, so we definitely want more folks in, and we're working on some things to kind of get the words out. But like right now, we're doing exactly what we want. We wanted to focus on the core community. We wanted to focus on our creators, get you guys in, get you doing great stuff, have you guys giving us feedback. And going up, and did I just hit level 6? I see.
Yeah.
Yes,
I think you might have
yes.
leveled up.
See, you just have to have faith that you'll eventually level up.
That's true.
So I think when Xbox One comes, I don't know. What do you think? I almost think it's going to just be kind of insane.
Yeah, I mean, just seeing where, you know, some of the recent posts and the comments and stuff are, you know, people are very, very excited. And I think when you see the things that you make right now already just, you know, work, and they're right there on your living room screen, it's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I think that there's a lot of people that seem very, very interested in Project Spark that really they're just not PC gamers in any way, shape, or form, and they're just waiting for it on Xbox One. So I think we are going to see a big jump. And I'm excited and somewhat scared just because, you know, we're going to have a lot of people coming in. And I think feedback-wise, how do you guys feel about the feedback? Is there... We've been working on some good ways to try to get...
It's difficult because, like, right now we're so heads down on the Xbox One. Like, we'd love to be able to react to the feedback quicker and be able to actually say what's being prioritized and what's coming in the next update and stuff like that. So, you know, we're taking in all the data. We're looking at sort of the stuff that we still want to get to, and the stuff that everybody is saying is important that, you know, we clearly see a path to getting to those fixes, and we're trying to bring those all together. So we're really going to have a better plan right after we get the beta out, and we can sort of get that Xbox One experience.
Oh, because right after the Xbox One beta starts, then we pretty much have nothing else to do, right? There's nothing else planned. We can just focus on...
multiplayer level linking, season levels,
Yeah.
and recording your own run animations, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, I saw the giant polls, and I say the giant polls of a lot of information. I think, you know, distilling that stuff down to what's really important is stuff that we do here all the time. So when you guys do that, and you do that on your own, it's super helpful.
Yeah, that was really great. And thanks to Aris for taking point on that.
Absolutely, it was incredible. And I think just being able to see that level of feedback, you know, every time, especially like Reeb and I, we were sitting down and we were going through some of the stuff and some of our own things that we want to, tick the box on and get off the list. We were just, just super encouraged to see how passionate people were to take that time. And in a way, we actually felt bad because we wanted to say, let's get that stuff now, let's get it now. And we were, constantly sort of going back and forth saying, get that stuff now. So, we want to do it, we want to get to that stuff, and we want to share the roadmap with you after the beta. After the beta starts on Xbox One.
After the beta begins.
Right.
As far as like the pricing and packs and things like that goes, I mean, it's one of those things that I know I get. I see what people are saying, right? And I think we all sort of get it. It's important to understand that like this is a game that's going to continue to evolve, and we don't really know. In a lot of ways, it's like kind of game development at its most democratic level, in that whatever you guys unlock or purchase is going to dictate what we continue to add to the game. So really, you guys are voting on what you want by what you decide to spend your in-game credits or your purchase tokens on. And it's our job to continually try to get stuff that you find more valuable and that you want to get. And that's, in a lot of ways, that's how that's the mechanism for us to continue to add and add things and grow Project Spark. And when you guys decide that you don't want to unlock anything new or do whatever, then it's time for, I don't know, what game are we going to work on next?
Project Spark 2.
No, I want to do something different. I want to do. Can we do
Project Spark 3?
No. I think maybe Project Spark 3D.
Oh.
I don't know. I want to do something. I want to do a text-based game. Can we just do a text-based game?
You can do that now.
Yeah. See, this is I knew I was walking into this. I knew that anything I could possibly come up with, Henry's answer was going to say you could do it now in Project Spark.
Right.
So I want to find something that can't. So
you know what? The community would say that.
Well, no, the community would actually make it, and then.
That's true. Like
so,
the commercial.
Yes, like the commercial.
I have no idea why I'm making it.
But we know that people would love a purchase, one-time thing, and I'm not saying it's out of the question. It's not really something that I'm super involved in, but we're always looking for feedback and ways to do different things. But I just want to fight back on like the misconception that I see a lot, and I think this is mostly from a lot of folks that aren't actually maybe Xbox One fans that aren't in the beta yet. That they look at it and they say, "Hey, what? I don't want to be buying all this other stuff." To
me, right. Project Spark 2 made on Project Spark 1.
Yeah, somebody working on that.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is that if you look at Project Spark as a game where you need to have everything, I think that's really the wrong way. That would be the equivalent of saying I can't use my Lego set unless I've purchased every Lego set Lego has put out over the past, I don't even know how many years they've been around, 40, 50 years?
50, 60, yeah. It's
been
a long time.
And obviously that's not the case, right? They put out lots of different things. And that's what our intention is. We're not trying to put out stuff that everybody should get. What we want to do, because everybody's different, and we want to appeal to what people like. If someday when we're doing Wild West themed stuff, if you want to make your Western game, we want to have stuff that allow you to focus on that. If you want to make, your Keys to the Castle, your medieval one, we want to be able to do that. We don't expect everybody to purchase everything. That's not the goal. And I think if you go into it and you look at Project Spark as, well, I need to purchase everything to have it, it's going to make it hard. And yeah, I can understand you're going to say, well, hey, I just want to pay one time and get everything. I mean, who wouldn't? But that's not what the intention is. We want to continue to put enough stuff at a level that anybody, as long as there's a group of people that want a certain content, we want to put it out and have the people buy it that want it, and the people that don't, they can choose to use their credits or tokens to unlock something else. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's really the goal, is to give that flexibility and those options. For example, there's, the whole goal was to let people, bring their imagination to life. And if people want to invest that time with what they have right now, you can do a ton of that stuff with the starter pack pieces and the primitives, right? But if you really have a specific goal or you want some specific stuff, then, we absolutely, want you to be able to look at these different type of content packs and wish fulfillment type of things that it brings to play. I know, things that we think are definitely important are the characters and stuff that brings that, the knights to life and the castles and stuff like that. So, we want to see feedback. We want to continue making the right stuff.
Right. And and Agent 9 said, well, what if I want to make everything? And I would say, good God, we've already seen. I mean, she made a animated bear that rocks through the forest
cool.
with
It
the
looked
basic
like a
tools
fairy
we have.
tale.
So it's like I think you absolutely already can. The question is, what content packs can we make to make it easier so that you guys can make stuff that looks good and allows you to do it?
Honestly, if the feedback, if one of the feedback is there's so much stuff that you guys are making a lot of really cool stuff we want, and we want to figure out easier or better ways to get that, we're open to hearing that feedback too. We obviously provide options around the credits, or if you don't want to, save up the credits and you want to do things like just buy it right away, there's tokens. So we want it to be flexible. We want it to be able to do what you want to do with it, and give us the feedback.
Yeah, I mean, and Endless, I get your point, right? That you want to buy everything, and we're trying to design the game so you could buy the stuff that, I guess we blame Pokemon for you got to catch them all, right? What a great way to get kids addicted to, I mean, we're not really looking for that. We're looking to let you guys choose what you need to create the awesome stuff that you want. And I feel bad like talking like that because it's really not about creators. Obviously, a lot of the people that are I interact with the community now, the creators. I mean, we want that for players too. Yep. But in a lot of ways, the value players going to get are going to be coming out of what the creators make. But and again, it's just like Legos, right? Like nobody. I mean, maybe there's somebody, but you have to be a trillionaire to buy every single set of every Lego that comes out. They even have
base plates.
I mean, did you see like there was some letter from a 7-year-old girl to Lego saying, why do the girls only do this stuff and they don't have jobs, and the male Lego characters go on adventures and fight wars and do jobs and even swim with sharks, and it was pretty good. It was very viral, and I think it was a good kind of eye-opening. Like, hey, give people the options to make what they want and do that. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
So Caffeine is asking, can we convert tokens to coins or vice versa? I guess my question back would be, what are you trying to do? What do you want to do? So one of the things that we heard in the feedback was, hey, I want to not be limited by some of the creations that are locked behind the credits only and the spark levels. We feel it's very important to reward people with the spark levels, so we'll be talking about things in addition to unlocking that type of stuff that we'll hopefully be providing on the spark levels at some point. But we recently put up the Horn Toad for tokens, so people who wanted to get the Horn Toad and not have to wait could go ahead and spend tokens, and that was sort of our way of doing that. So I'd be more interested to hear sort of why do you want that conversion, and what are the stuff that you feel like we're not allowing you to do with it.
Right. Yeah, because I've heard that a lot. Like people want to be able to do that. Yeah, I'm getting paid by Lego. Yeah, that was one of the sponsorship deals I negotiated back in down in New York.
So Eris is asking about being able to like stretch ununiformly objects and be able to texture the primitives. So we haven't done too much on actually like texturing the primitives. As you know, you can color them. So there's definitely a lot of flexibility there. I don't think we've seen people too limited or held back by the flexibility around that. As far as like the different sort of non-uniform scaling type of stuff, we very loosely sort of looked into if it's technologically feasible, and it sounds like it would take a pretty decent amount of work. It's one of those things that we get a lot of feedback in, and a lot of the times we have a roadmap to stuff. We've actually thought about that stuff, and that was actually one of the things that, for whatever reason, we both sort of went, Reeb and I, when we heard that, went, oh yeah, we thought about that a while ago, but we didn't really explore it too deeply. So it's... What?
Are you okay, man?
I equipped the sword.
Very nice. So it's one of those things that I would say is going to take some time and some effort. So I wouldn't expect it soon, but it's something that we could continue to investigate once we get the beta out, and we can work with the community together to talk about what is, what is important there, and maybe there isn't 100% all in on that. Maybe there's a smaller thing that can get people closer to what they want without all of that work, and maybe we can start talking about those type of things after we get the beta out for Xbox One.
I don't know. It seems really hard to me, but what do I know, right?
Yep. It's it was not a trivial thing from the very early explorations we did.
I mean, and what would it?
Are you making Bayonetta?
Yes.
That's
not
cool.
in it.
They want to know why this is so pink and ugly looking.
I threw about 60 lights in there. Pink.
Way to go. That was Henry's fault, guys. This is not a problem with the game. It's hurting people's eyes.
Oh. Rob
Fixed it.
You are entering a dimension.
Really, yeah, this is pretty good.
Do first person camera.
All right, why don't we jump into some UGC here and
Wait, you don't want to do the first person camera on that?
Oh.
before you
All right, let's jump into UGC.
Okay.
deplete our stream. Let me check our numbers, see how low we're down to with this. You know, the network's going to cancel us. We're only at 458 now. There you go.
Well, we don't have
That's
that many
it.
family members is the problem.
And and hold on, I just got a text. Oh, Lego's pulling their sponsorship. Way to go. Way to go, Henry. You guys just cost us the sponsorship. So,
Expect the unexpected.
yeah, well, you're right. Notice they waited till after I already, you know.
All right,
plugged
so
them.
what's our first level? Oh, list provider. Oh, lists.
What's our first level?
Check out Arcade Racer. Rob, you haven't played that, right?
No.
Okay, so I hereby nominate Arcade Racer. So I found this
See?
over the weekend while I was doing community work. And not community service, just for the record, but community work.
Yeah, he's not scheduled to do that though, next week.
Alright. It's coming. There we go. Alright, Rob's gonna fire up our first one. What did you do? What happened? You had it. I'm back here. You're in control. You want to type?
No, of course you don't. I don't want to type.
Oh, come on. Rob wants to type.
Used for the patch for PC. What patch?
Oh, so there will be a patch to bring some of the stuff that we've yet to talk about from the Xbox One build over to the PC. It should be around the same time. For the most part, it's just going to be similar to the last patch. It's going to be and stuff like that. But we might have a couple of extra things that are actual sort of feature level things. They're
This
not
is awesome.
Yeah.
they're not announced yet. We'll talk about that. So the patch should be around the same time.
That's what you're talking about. I have no idea.
So when the Xbox One beta comes, the PC will also get patched.
Oh, okay, yeah, but they'll both be the same. They'll be parity is the word you guys like to
Yes.
use.
Yes.
Is this like Sprint?
Whoa! Yeah, it's like a sprint type of game. Is this
Wow.
cool? It
This
plays
is
really well
awesome.
too, right?
I mean, it looks like cool. Like
But
there's
it
real
really like
stuff
drives
happening.
well in
It
there.
drives
too.
like sprint to drive.
Yeah.
Who made this?
No, we don't look at that stuff. Rob skipped ahead.
Waterworld is the next one that we have. You want to write down the list? Because I'm just, off the top of my head, I'm not
Alright.
remembering all that list I made.
Alright, we know we haven't shown is the Charon one. Right?
So Waterworld,
Charon. We gotta show that.
Waterworld, Runner,
Just something called Runner?
and Eye of Sharon.
Okay, what's the first one? Waterworld?
Yeah.
Then Airship Pirates, and 3D font 2P Star.
Oh, 3D font is cool. I saw that. I actually want to see somebody make something with the 3D fonts. All right, so who was the creator of Arcade Racer? Oh, come on. All right, so this is
We'll
Anti-Ren.
get there. We'll get there.
Anti-Ren. And this is Waterworld. This is a really high budget level.
The game is really loud.
Everybody loves those Age of Empires guys, just like the 100 volume. All right. Complete 8 tests to become an underwater dive expert. This already looks more fun than the scuba mission thing in GTA 5. Holy cow, searching for the plutonium stuff takes forever. All right. Press space. That looks like your keyboard. So one of the things we have announced kind of really soft that we talked about. I actually saw it come up a couple times where people were talking about what's going to happen on the Xbox One for a lot of these games that were made on the PC beta, and they only
Oh,
had
that was the feature.
mouse keyboards.
That was the feature we were supposed to announce.
So we talked about it very lightly before. So what we've been working on, which has undergone multiple code words, including BOPA, DOPA, Contra. I can't remember what code word we're on for this thing now.
Wow.
Essentially, just
That'll
like
tell
when
me
you
the
make
code words.
a game on controller, and then you go to touchscreen and it has the virtual joystick on it, we have a system now that converts the keyboard and mouse to controller. So essentially, it may not be perfect for certain things that are really complex keyboard-only games, but essentially on Xbox One, you're not going to run into loading up a game that doesn't work. They'll all get converted onto controllers. So that'll be, I think, a really huge win.
That
So
sounds pretty good.
you're gonna say that back in English?
So basically, if
Ooh, another map. Sorry.
Yeah.
on Xbox One, if you load up a game and that game uses mouse and keyboard, there will be basic conversion so that the controller will work.
Yep.
You can always go in, like at any level, you can go in, remix, edit those controls to make them whatever you want,
Yep.
but there will be like kind of a basic functionality there. So at least that way you can go in, and especially if you're checking out games, just look at them real fast.
So this looks like it's like Jaws from the NES. So what you do is you collect the conch shells, and then you power up your boat, and then you collect conch shells, and you power up your boat, and you collect. It's like a 3-minute game, and you just grind for about 4 hours, then you can kill Jaws.
Oh yeah, and Humble Questing Bundle, we were
Oh, we
supposed
totally got to do that.
we were supposed to do that last week, and we didn't.
Rob, have you played Humble?
So,
Wait,
featured levels.
This is why I wanted Rob here, actually, because of Humble Questing Bundle. So, for those who don't know, there were some people in this room that were in the alpha. And there was a feature that was called Spark Origins. Spark Origins was a feature that got way out of control.
I don't know how that happened.
I don't know either. Way out of control. But the idea was you got to play as Spark, and as you traveled through the world, there was a sculpting area, there was a propping area, there was a brains area, and there was a painting area.
That was so long ago. Whatever happened to that?
And the idea, we put a bullet in. And the idea was, it's buried, it's dead. Rob's working on it right now again. The idea was that you would travel around these areas, and it would sort of show the magic of Project Spark and what it could do, because really early on in the project, we had a huge problem just communicating what this thing was, right? Like, we'd put it down in front of people, and they'd go, "What's my goal?" And we'd go, "What do you mean? We just told you it's a sandbox to make whatever you want." Right. So we brought that in, and it ended up being just an insane amount of work. So Humble Bumble Quest will give you Spark Origins flashbacks, and you have to play that level.
Okay.
But to make a long story short, those who had a very limited alpha preview got to see it.
Yeah, that's right. That's totally. I remember.
So can you add personal music to your level? So on Xbox One, we've announced that we are doing Kinect motion, full body motion, facial, and audio capture. So you will be able to add some of your own music support through capturing that audio. We are looking into some potential audio stuff after that beta drops as well. So you may hear some more about some audio in the future.
Nice.
Cool. Did you win?
I got one of the treasure chests. Yeah.
Can you dress him up like Steve Zuzu or Zizu? Whatever.
Scuba Steve?
Scuba Steve? No, that's the guy from the Adam Sandler movie.
How about? Can you dress him up like Bill Murray?
And then yell, "Get on sailing!"
So featured levels. We got a lot of people that want to be featured levels. We get a lot of requests. We think it's cool. We want to feature levels. Henry, why don't you explain to people the current situation with featured levels?
So when we feature your level, I'll give you the political answer, and then I'll give you the real answer.
Is it a political answer?
We unfortunately have a bug in the system that makes it very difficult for people to be able to go back and re-edit their levels or basically do anything with it. So there are some challenges around what happens when your level gets featured, where we want the featured level to be a very positive experience to people, and we're not at that point right now. My answer is it really screws things up. So when we feature something, I get a lot of very sad panda creators on Twitter, and we hate to see that because it should just be a totally fun experience.
It should be a good thing, not a, hey, here's your punishment, thanks.
So the good news, and there's some medium news,
is good news?
The good news is we think we found the problem, and that we can sort of take care of that. The medium news is it won't be until those patches hit. Maybe after, we haven't completely confirmed it, so we can't commit to it. In the meantime, what we'd like to do is, we really love the featured levels. We think it's the whole backbone and the essence of what Project Spark is. So, Mike has graciously volunteered to individually contact people that we're going to put in the featured levels and make sure that they're aware and they can save off their levels beforehand and that they can be prepared for that and they can say, no, I don't want you to feature my levels until we get this fixed. So that's the current status of it. So we'll start featuring levels again, but Mike has to set up this manual process around contacting people.
Yes. So that's what we were. So to recap, just to put that in plain words for people, is that no featured levels. If you really, really want your level featured and you're willing to put up with all the downsides that come with it, let me know, and we'll see what we can do. But it's something that, it's not going to be part of our normal thing. But if you guys feel you're willing to let that slot get tied up and you wanna go ahead and do a Humble questing bundle so we can.
Yeah, go through that while you're playing. So what'd you think of that last level?
That was awesome.
So do Humble.
Oh, okay.
So what would your sage-like advice be?
My sage-like advice.
To that level that you just played.
Well, you didn't find the pearl. Even
You
Eric.
did not.
I didn't.
Eric in the bakery's 4-year-old said, "Hey, he didn't get the pearl." So.
I was running out of air.
We will do that. Recon just published his Newcastle commercial.
Oh, really?
Yep.
All right, we'll do that right after the Humble.
Which
Okay, thanks,
version? I guess it's this one here.
It's probably the one with 100. I don't know.
This
is by Zach?
seems like it's the newest.
Zach DW.
Yep.
The other thing that I did get some news on too, from a bug standpoint, is unfortunately we probably won't be able to retroactively fix this, but we think we got a hold on the co-creator confusion issue as well.
Really?
So that should be fixed in the future, but anything that's had that sort of get wacky in the past, that we maybe can fix that later, but it won't be in the first fix. So retroactively it won't be. So I love this. So you can hit the X button and turn off the depth of field. So if you're running on a slower system, or you're just not a fan of the depth of field blur and the cinematic stuff that it brings with it, you can hit the X button and turn it off. I thought that was brilliant.
And just to go back to your question,
This is giving you.
this
Oh my
is-
God!
this
This is
giving you-
exactly what Origins
This
was.
giving you flashback feels.
This is better than Origins. Wait, who made Origins? Anybody in this room?
Nope.
Nope.
Anybody else? Okay, this is better than Origins.
It is.
Wow, that was.
Some things we try. Sometimes we try stuff and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
We try to not let people see when that happens, but sometimes it happens.
Sometimes it happens.
And there's the evil spark.
Oh wow! Hey, look, we have some backstory in the game.
Yeah,
this is
isn't that
great.
nice? So in our backstory, we actually call the evil sparks anti-sparks.
Really?
Yep. Which of course we haven't shown.
And they're corrupting the land.
Yeah, we have that too.
And haven't jumped.
Right. So who made this level?
This is Zach
Zachary
DW.
We're just gonna hand over the fiction to him.
I think Wow, this is pretty awesome.
Isn't it cool? So what's really cool is like this takes you to a whole bunch of different things. Like I won't spoil it, but there's like radically different gameplay styles from these little quests you go on.
Wow.
It's not easy too to get that to look good.
Is Zach here?
Yeah.
Zach, what, are you available at all?
Somebody's yelling that they are Spartacus. Resolution support. Resolution support is definitely something that is on the table. I don't know for sure it's made this next batch of bug fixes. I believe it did, but I can't be quoted on that. I know we're looking at 1366 by whatever that is as one of the other primary ones. But we are definitely have that on our radar. The other thing too that you'll see in the Xbox One beta, which is going along with some of our resolution support, is we have the safe space screen sizing stuff in, so you'll be able to see some of that.
This is awesome. I love
Yeah,
this.
isn't that cool?
This
You
is
prepared
like,
defense. That was better than the stuff you.
All right,
that
all
other
right.
guy came up with.
I may break my rule and actually reach out to Zach and see if he'll let us feature this or a version of this.
Yeah.
Because this is awesome.
It's cool. And watch this. It gives you combat training too. And you have to like hit the buttons to get through the thing, and then the bar goes down for completing this.
Wow.
You can pick up the sword.
So I don't know.
That was an ounce of feedback there. The bar is right in front of your face. It's
Yeah.
It'd be in a better spot. You gotta dodge. Come on. It's a tutorial. You can do it. You can do it.
What do you, I'm doing it.
Look at they use
So-
cabbages, dude. They get bonus points for using cabbages.
To answer People's Mafia's question, to answer the question that the People's Mafia have been bringing up,
Is that like the People's Elbow?
it's like the People's Court, only it's the Mafia version.
Wow.
Yeah.
My reference was at least like within the last couple decades.
Dude, People's Court is still on.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really?
I watched it in the airport.
Didn't
Yeah.
Judge Judy just like
Oh, now there's
grind that show
now
into
there's
the
a bunch of
ground?
them, man. You got all these different judges. So there is like a really kind of
Judge Dredd. I like watching that one.
That's kind of more my type of shit.
He is the law.
I am the law.
I want to try. You know, this person on the internet sold me a picture of an Xbox One and not a real Xbox One. Judgment rendered.
No, there
I
is,
would watch that. Come on now.
There is a lot of there's a lot of narrative, there's a lot of fiction, there's a lot of story behind the entire Project Spark universe, right? And it's got pretty depth. Henry and the design team and even Bay we're folks that were really big on that, and we just haven't. We've been focused on getting the core game done, and we don't have all that stuff ready to put up. We haven't really talked about it.
Yeah, so there's an interview that just went up on VentureBeat / GamesBeat
From Dean?
From Dean I think Takahashi. He came by, interviewed me and Brad and Raul for a little bit, and we talked a little bit more about some of that stuff. So basically, the idea is that. No, luckily I haven't been home to watch people's.
You know, but there's always hope, Beskad. That can happen. As Sax has pointed out, his fingers over the button after every Twitch stream.
Right. The more Twitch streams, the higher the probability of that happening.
Yeah.
So, you know, we talked about there's a very big focus, obviously, in the beta on the platform side of stuff, right? One of the goals of the beta was, you know, can we get people in here making great stuff? Can we get people in here making things and starting to take ownership over the game with us, right? So that was a big goal for the beta, was that platform side of things. In addition to that, you know, the concept team, all the artists, super talented, pairing up with the designers and making sure that, you know, the goblins look the way they look for a specific reason. Well, there's actually lore behind that. And like Mike said, we had a writer on our team for quite a while, Bay, myself, some of the other designers, some of the artists, all contributed to this sort of universe lore. And the reason why we felt the universe lore was important was we were hoping that people would embrace Spark and some of these sort of characters and some of this flavor, but it also shaped how the enemies form. So for example, the goblins, it's no accident that they have these makeshift shields, right? They don't have these you know, standard shields. It's because there's some story behind that. And at the end of the day, we wanted to see people be able to take that and do some fan fiction. And this is the first time I've seen it really kind of knocked out of the park. So it's incredible because they're like right on our wavelength. But there's this universe behind everything. You see it in the opening, and it helps set the frame for all of that stuff. This way, when we get all that stuff working, not only can we provide some great experiences for people, you know, right out of the box or, you know, right out of the download, but we can inspire people that are sort of looking for something to do with fan fiction and stuff like that.
Sorry.
So this is a stealth section.
Yeah, I got that part.
It is vicious.
Yeah.
I had to text Bay and tell her we were talking about her.
Yeah, we are. We are talking about it.
I'm just trying to get our numbers up any way I can, so,
Right.
you know.
So Compu 22 must be a pit boss. We were talking about that earlier. If enemies are one of the bigger priorities, we absolutely want to provide it. So talk about, you know, that stuff, and we will try and get that on a short roadmap for our content.
I'm telling you, it's more enemies and more animals because it really is an easy way for people to add a lot of different diverse looks and stuff to their levels.
It's hard. So has anyone played through this? What would you estimate, like, how long does it take to play through this? Because I had to have been playing for like a half an hour. I feel like I still had a lot to do.
Hey guys, say bye to Duquesne.
Bye, Duquesne. Great work with all your videos.
Have fun storing the castle. So yeah, how long does this take?
Oh, come on. No pressure. No pressure.
I gotta get to that switch over there and avoid these guys.
Mike is setting his DVR for the People's Court right now.
No, like I'm telling you, we may be watching. We may be watching a lot of that soon if we're not.
Oh. Alright, have you gotten past this? Or?
I haven't gotten past it.
Alright.
Alright, so should we move on?
Yeah.
Alright,
So Zach DW, I'll see if he'll get a version that he's willing to tie up a slot and have us feature that.
Alright, so let's do Newcastle, and then we'll get to the rest. Can we get the option to have the effects be always on? Seeing them starts to ruin the effect. I'm not sure I understand that.
You said Newcastle?
So basically, seeing the effects start instead of turning on. I think it's one word. Just do a search for
Newcastle
new.
commercial. Oh, putt-putt mini golf is really good.
Am I...
Just do a search for new. You should be able to see it. It wasn't too long ago.
Let's go to the website. Mike loves when I do that, by the way. There we go. Mega Huge Newcastle.
Okay.
Oh, mega huge.
Mega Huge, right. All right, Mike, you want to tell the story behind this?
No, you
What
want
about
to.
me?
I was.
You aren't here, right? That's right. You were on vacation, right? Watching the People's Court, obviously.
Lots of people scored.
Okay, so there is, I guess, I don't know the whole story. There is, I guess, a alcoholic beverage manufacturer,
An adult beverage.
an adult alcoholic beverage manufacturer that was doing a contest or something where they were saying, we want people to submit like this insane, most epic like commercial ever. And they basically, the person who won like had such an epic commercial they couldn't even do it. Like they couldn't film it. It was just going to be too expensive. So over the weekend towards the Super Bowl, Michael Wolf, who is one of our awesome marketing dudes, was tweeted
Made a tweet.
made a tweet that it would be awesome if we could do this in Spark. So Mr. X-Bob threw together an exploding robot, which was
No,
sort
it was
of
an
like
average
the,
recon.
No, Mr. X-Bob threw together this exploding robot,
Oh,
which
right,
was
right,
just
right.
sort of the end of the commercial. And then today we found out that an average recon did the whole damn thing.
So we got a
So
little.
this is the person's storyboard coming to life. People playing volleyball, they're playing freaking volleyball.
That's awesome. I have not seen this. This is amazing. All right, hold on. I may have an idea for a new sponsor.
I think Average Recon might have a new job.
Hey, can I get Newcastle on the phone? I mean, seriously, this is just amazing.
This is just too much. Now, I can remix this and make like 50 games out of it too, which would be crazy as big. I may or may not know the guy who started the deal with it.
This is so awesome.
Yeah, he drinks with a beer, you know, that's our fault, not Recon. And then boom.
That is just epic. I want to get. Oh, this is killing me.
I love the bird on the shoulder too.
We gotta do those two, the commercials side by side. That is just epic. Wow.
The guy has people playing volleyball, and you're focused on that the guy drinks with his ear. Come on.
Oh my God, this is just.
So there it is.
That is wow. An average recon. I don't. Hey, recon. What school was your first choice of school? Was it RPI? What's the name of that? We need to pull out all the stops to get you into your school, your college of choice, because man, they will be lucky to have you, and I think we owe you. We owe you whatever markers we have to pull in on that.
All right, we've got to go to the desktop because for somehow that crashed the beta.
Or we would have if you didn't crash, to
Right.
make us look bad. So now I'm
That's
taking it
right.
back.
So we definitely can't feature the crashing.
That's right.
Right. I just couldn't believe it.
New font options.
Yes, that would be great.
What time is it? I think
Hopefully
we're.
the people who do new font options are listening. So there's a couple things. We think we can add some new fonts as in different fonts without too much trouble, and we're hoping that that can be something we do fairly soon.
Dude, I get almost 10,000 credits now.
We want
glad
to
you didn't spend
do
that.
sort of a whole font system 2.0. So Rob's actually been asking for certain things that make this a lot more difficult with some of the stuff that he's working on. So what we're trying to do is essentially figure out, do we go for font systems 2.0 or do we get some new fonts in, and what is the balance in the work there? Again, we're sort of at a stoppage for new features until after the Xbox One hits. So we'll know more after that, but we do want better and new fonts, absolutely. Okay, so this was created by Wirt Andrew, who you may know by a Cottontail and the People's Court.
And the People's Court?
That was me. And this is another level that just completely stunned us on what can be done.
And Wirt was one of our original 10
Yep. Have you seen
alpha
this?
testers.
So you hit the right trigger. I'm helping you just in case you can't read.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Oh.
And I think it's the Y button after that. So hit the right trigger to fly, and then the Y button. Turn the camera.
So I think more upload slots is something that we're definitely
Is that like holy
not
crap or
soon,
what?
but we want to figure out the right way to make those available to you
Keep
guys.
flying up. No. Like do like a. I'm gonna backseat drive until I.
By
get
the way,
control.
I'm reliably informed that there's nothing more frustrating than watching somebody game on a stream and not play the way you want them to.
Well, yeah. There's not a lot we can do about that though.
Well, no, I just think it's wow, that's pretty cool.
That's amazing.
So isn't that? And then watch this. Look at this.
Wow.
Like it's crazy. And then there's like such little details here, like little bridge here that goes to the door.
I love that they use the Carl statues.
Yeah, it's really cool use for the statue. So I love doing this, which will probably drive the person who made this crazy. But I love doing this. I love going to the top, not flying anymore, and then jumping from this thing because you just don't know how big this thing is until you do this. Like it's crazy.
So you make sure you press the ring on the eye, the ring of power on the eye.
Oh, you can do that?
Is it? Whoa! Watch out! Wow, man.
Here they are. Get out of here.
Yeah, right there. See?
So how do you use that many
Here.
props? Is the question.
How do you what?
They want to know how you use that many props. Whoa! What?
Oh, alright. I'm gonna die.
Have you ever played a game before?
Couple. I outsource my game playing now. It's so I can watch more episodes of The People's Court. Actually, now that Xbox has Snap, I can play games and watch People's Court while I drink a certain ale that we just advertised. Whoa! I did not do that.
That's not cold.
Damn. Whoa. Wow. Yeah, he used that, huh?
Yep.
What's that?
No,
Something.
No, it's not.
It's a tile that shouldn't be there.
Maybe.
Yep. Found a new bug.
Nice.
That is super cool.
That's
Alright, so I got a
awesome.
game for Rob. I don't think we showed this on here before. I think he's going to really like this one. See if it's still up.
No,
Everybody
I'm not
loves
playing
it.
this game.
Here you go, Rob.
No. No. This is.
You gotta kill the goblins by typing their letters. You got
Is
this.
this
No,
like typing of the
no.
dead or whatever?
Here
Oh
we
God. I'm so gonna fail.
You got
Oh,
it.
that is
Come on.
awesome! I love this. Oh my god, I want to play this. This would be
Here
the
you
one
go.
game I can play really well.
There is a reason why we invited Rob onto these streams.
Oh man, I
Yeah,
totally
too.
see. Oh, you got this, Rob. You totally got this. No, I don't think that's the right way.
You can't mash the keyboard.
This is great. Holy cow!
I have something, a bug I have to fix. I really need to go because beta.
I mean-
This starts getting really hard too. You're on difficulty 2 right now. Uh-oh.
I'm just amazed at just these levels that we're seeing this week. Like not,
This has been up for a little while. I've been saving this for when Rob comes
Thanks.
Oh, really? You've been holding it
Yeah.
back? Wow.
Oh, thanks for that. There.
on. There we go. Okay.
That happens all too often in Spark.
So
There.
next up is, has anybody fired us since the stream started?
Oh, let me check the email.
We should make sure, because if we got fired, we should go.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you said you only want to get
is-
fired in the evening so you can sleep
That's
in.
right, that's right. Fire me over email so I can sleep in the next day. So Runner is next. Make sure we know the creator. Wow, that screenshot is awesome. Did you see that? Hack and slash system?
Is this runner?
All right, so is it underwear runner?
What?
Canyon
What?
runner, night runner?
What the hell is underwear runner?
I know. I don't know, but it's.
Is it endless runner? Which runner is it? Is it Runner Runner?
Runner-
The Justin
what?
Timberlake movie?
Hold
By
on.
the guy who wrote Rounders? Why do I know that?
Are you gonna pick up the ESO?
I don't know.
Why do I know that?
Are we gonna play the Elder Scrolls game or what?
The online one?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay,
You gonna get me
it's-
into beta?
It's runner.
Yeah,
work in
I've got.
progress.
I used to work with those cats.
I'm watching too much People's Court.
So it's.
So is it this one?
Yeah, that's what it said up there.
Okay. All right.
So-
So this is by
Cursed Healer.
Cursed Healer 36.
Is there any typing in this? Because if so.
So typing on the Xbox. Very interestingly, if you had not known, we talked a little bit before that there may be a way for the keyboard to work on Xbox One. But they've officially announced via Major Nelson, and I believe Mark Whitten wrote the blog post, that in the February 11th Xbox One update, it will officially support keyboard. So in theory, we haven't tested it yet, that typing game should actually work on the keyboard.
Wow.
Wow, this is cool. It's got like a gravity hovering momentum feel.
Yeah, it looks like there's a little...
Hey, the artist would be so excited. The cloud
Oh,
effect.
you can double jump.
Ah, double jump.
Okay.
Uh-oh, watch out.
Oh, this is pretty cool. Whoa,
Oh,
oh,
we got a
God.
duck.
How do I duck?
Oh boy. Get out of there. Stay on target.
Wow.
That.
Rob's good at this, man.
Yeah,
Notice he
he
doesn't have
is.
to
This
type.
is hard. Oh, he's
What?
running out of time. Oh.
Oh, I might have died.
Report as offensive.
I find that
I wanted
offensive.
to- I was going to do that for the
We
time.
gotta try it again? We gotta try that one again.
Okay.
What time is it?
I don't know. It's time for my laptop to...
I saw that, yeah.
It's like 4:05, maybe?
Yeah.
So that means we might not get to Airship Pirates, or Putt Putt, or River City Ransom. But there's always next stream, unless something happens.
Yeah,
that we
unless
don't
the
know
Sax pushes that button.
That's cool. All right. I don't know if we can even consider winners. Like, Humble Quest bundle has to get featured.
Yeah, I'll talk to Zach. And see.
Raul is going to work on some cross promotion and sponsorships with the Newcastle level, I think. Eye of Sharon has to get featured at some point.
Yeah.
And Runner's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And that's a work in progress too. This is going to be badass. So it's going to be really cool.
What was the one that you saw that you thought was awesome? Had
Look at
awesome-
that screenshot for Hack Slash System
Oh, wow.
that somebody just posted. That looks
It's
cool.
pretty awesome.
You know, it's kind of funny. People should game it when the stream's coming. They should post the best
it.
stuff right
Oh,
there.
come on, that's what Recon did. He's like, my level's up.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah. That guy's pretty savvy.
What are we doing next?
So,
What do you want to do next?
well, we can show the River City Ransom tech demo since it won't win a featured or a game since there's no game there yet. So, Rob and I have actually been friends for a long time, and we can honestly say we have completed River City Ransom together way more freaking times than we probably care to admit.
Yeah.
And I'm just waiting for whoever's making this to put in the sauna and all the food purchasing. I should try punch. Oh my goodness, he's got it animating now.
Wow.
See, it's stuff like this where when people go, hey, like, I'm not sure this can be done or blah, blah, blah. It's like, are you kidding me? Like, I just can't believe it myself. Yes, River City Ransom did get kickstarted by a Canadian company. I'm wondering how they're doing.
Wow, this is awesome.
So there it is.
You want an
It's a
all-day
tech demo.
stream? I don't know about that, guys.
Oh, that button's definitely getting pushed if we did an all-day stream.
Include everyone who works there, especially Claude.
Mm-hmm. Claude needs to stop fixing bugs and come on the stream. No, wait.
No, Claude's
Not
wait,
bad.
No.
Claude needs to fix the bugs and then come on the stream.
Maybe we can do something special once we get into cert and
Yeah.
you know the thing is we still got so much stuff to do that
Yep.
there's no downtime.
All right, so there we go. Amazing stuff. Waterworld, Eye of Sharon, Runner, Humble Quest, Newcastle commercial. Next week, Putt Putt. We showed the River City Ransom. We did some typing stuff. Rob is still shell-shocked from that. And it was a lot of fun.
There's just so much awesome. So
I still can't believe the River City Ransom.
I mean there was just
There's
everything.
punching.
Everything
Last
was
time
amazing.
I saw it, there was no punching. That was like 2 days ago.
Right. All right. So, guys, yeah, follow us in the meantime on Facebook and Twitter. As we said, we're, officially our date is February, and we just want to make sure everybody knows that there's not a firm, set accepted amount of days in February. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. But, feeling pretty good. But we'll end in the
nice.
Yeah.
our definition of February, and keep an eye on it. We'll be back next week at this time. In the meantime,
This
we
is
have
another
news.
trend we're seeing, AI. Pong game has AI, that racing game has AI, this game has AI. Like, watching people develop AI is crazy.
Stealth mechanics.
So this is like reversing.
I don't know. Next week we might show off the Xbox One. We'll see. We'll have to figure out where we are and where everything looks
Oh,
at.
cool, it shows you the valid moves. Sorry, I'm geeking out.
This is all Henry does.
This is what I do.
This is like our last stream was just Henry and I, and it was Henry like geeking out the entire time while.
When this happens and there's like new games in front of me, I'm like a ferret on espresso.
So, oh, and Big Daddy Game Studio will be announcing his first info on his new Project Spark project.
Ooh.
So that'll be interesting. I'm always interested to see what he said. We actually used one of his quotes in that deck we created for
nice.
Mr. Spencer there. Just some of the things the community was saying, and I had a good quote there. So check out what Big Daddy has coming, and then we'll see if we can feature that. We definitely like the developers. Like we definitely want to focus on some of the stuff that these guys are doing, because these are the guys that know their stuff, and it's good to see what they're able to do, and then see what community folks. And so it's really kind of cool to see about the different levels and stuff. But anything else we need to add? Any other last minute questions, guys, before we go?
No, keep the creations coming and let us know what we can do to help you guys, and how can we help you with the feeds and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep telling us what the top things are to fix, to add, to do whatever. Work with Aris and everybody else, Mike Kelly. They've been doing a great job with that stuff. Keep the feedback coming. I promise I'll be around more than I have been.
Yeah. Again, everybody, putting in all the time and helping us with the community. It's incredible. Check out the community channel, Mike Kelly and Aris and everybody and crew and Recon. Mescad, everybody just been amazing. Paradox, it keeps the team just trying harder and working to do everything we can.
In a lot of ways, we feel like these guys are just their team members. In fact, I like you guys more than I like a lot of these guys. So
it's actually true.
Yeah. It is true.
Mike friended me because I had to be friends with him on Facebook to get control of the Facebook page, and then the minute he was back, just unfriended. Just like that.
True story. True story.
I think he even reported me.
I banned you.
I was investigated after that for hacking. So it's true.
All right, guys. Thanks again. We'll see you guys next week.
And thanks, Rob.
Yep.
Oh yeah, thank you, Rob. We appreciate it. Want to hit mute so we can talk smack?